Hey, it's Missionary Survival, and today we're going to be talking about the medicinal aspects of wintergreen. Alright, so this is what you're looking for. It's a very small growing plant that likes to grow on the forest floor. Has a very waxy appearance to it. Very shiny leaves. Not toothed at all. A little bit of red where the leaf joins the stem. And there's also a red berry that commonly grows underneath as well. Plant's completely edible and completely medicinal. Now it has methyl salicylic acid in it, which is basically aspirin, and which is why we're doing this video today. Alright, this is what it looks like on the forest floor growing with the red berry. And you'll usually see, maybe one in every 3 plants or so that have the berry in the colony. Okay, so just to give you an idea, we have one right here, right here, that's one with the berry. Another one beside it, 2 more beside that, a purple one with a berry. Sometimes the leaves will be purple. They usually go to that direction. They start green, then they turn purple with age. A few more right there. Some more right here, again with berries. If I just pan over a couple feet, see some more with berries as well. And up here, another one. And a few feet over, some more, again with berries. Okay, so here's a good example to choose from. It has nice green leaves here. I find that the purple are a bit more bitter, and I find that the green have a little more wintergreen flavor in them, so they taste better. It's a little stronger. And this one also has many leaves on it. It has 4 leaves on it, plus a berry. So if I take a leaf from here, I'm not going to stop this one particular sprout from continuing to grow. And again, this is another reason why I like to choose this plant as a medicinal. It's because it does grow in such large numbers when you do find it, another one there, that it's worth knowing. I really don't want to learn medicinal plants that I'm never going to find the plant. I only want to learn plants that are common enough and grow in a large enough number so I can actually utilize them. And I'm not hurting their numbers, and I'm not going to have trouble finding them in the first place. Alright, so now let's pull out our book and my notes. Okay, so let's go to my notes first. So we have wintergreen, also known as tea berry, medicinal, and we have methyl salicylic acid, which is basically aspirin. It's where aspirin comes from, salicylic acid, salicylate. It's found in quite a few plants. It's found in willow bark, it's found in birch bark, it's also found in tea berry or wintergreen. Okay, now you can use the berries, or you can use the leaves, which is basically the whole plant. And if you eat them raw or as an infusion, it's the same. And again, it's like aspirin, so it's going to be good for headaches, inflammation, which are obviously, it's really broad range inflammation. That could be headaches, that could be back pain like sciatica pain, muscle pain, joint pain. It's good for fever, and it's also good for dealing with bacteria or a sort of infection. And it's also good for diarrhea. Okay, now the reason why it's good for these things as well is because of the properties it has. So that's raw and infusion, same way. Okay, it's good for these things. And that's with the berries or with the leaves. Okay, so it's a very easy plant to use because you can either make an infusion out of it or you can eat it raw. It's up to you. And basically it's just like aspirin. But it does a few extra things in addition to its aspirin properties. So let's go to properties now. So it is pain relieving. It's anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, calming, and anti-gas. So you can see why these things would work for these common ailments. Like diarrhea would be anti-gas. Fever, calming, would help with fever. Pain relieving in general will just, is kind of goes with the anti-inflammatory, because a lot of pain is caused by inflammation, so that's good. Antibacterial, again, that helps with diarrhea and all these problems as well. So now let's go to the book and we'll see what the book has to say. Okay, so if you turn to page, I believe it's 30, you'll find Wintergreen tea berry, and here's the pic of it right up top. Oval, glossy, flowers waxy, drooping bells, dry red fruit. Okay, now you can see that it has methyl salicylate in it, produced by the compound methyl salicylate, salicylic acid. Used for colds, headaches, stomach aches, fevers, kidney ailments, external wash, sore muscles, a lot of things that we were just speaking of. Now again, I like to underline things I think are things that stand out, that are important. Okay, so it has anti-inflammatory, like I mentioned, pain-killing activities. Okay, it also enables plants to communicate with one another, which I find very interesting. Okay, so it's analgesic, carminative, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic. Okay, analgesic is a pain reliever. Carminative means that it removes gas in the digestive tract or the stomach, which is why it'd be extra good for diarrhea. And it's also antiseptic, which would be good for diarrhea. And anti-inflammatory, which is obviously why it's good for all those other reasons. Now, knowing the properties is incredibly important, because if you know that, then you can be flexible with your treatment. I mean, if I know that it's good for pain relieving and it's anti-inflammatory, I don't only have to use it for headaches because it says headaches. Say I twist my knee, or I roll an ankle, and my knee or ankle blows up and gets all swollen, gets all inflamed, and it's in a lot of pain, I can't put a lot of weight on it. This is a great plant to not only take internally to deal with the inflammation and to deal with the pain, but it's also a good one to make a poultice out of. So then I would poultice that knee or poultice my ankle, because I know that it's going to help with that situation, where it's going to reduce my my swelling of my joint, and it's going to help with the pain there. It's kind of like a anti-pain, anti-swelling rub in that point. Again, if I had a headache, I don't have to only eat the plant, but I could also make a poultice and put it on my temples, and that would really help as well. So by knowing the properties, it really allows you to use the plant's abilities to its fullest. Okay, so it's a good dose. I have a good tablespoon or so of leaves. I also have about maybe a teaspoon worth of berries. I'm going to go with raw on this one. Okay. Just the smell, Want to make sure you chew it up really well. Tastes great. Really does. Tastes just like wintergreen, obviously. Just by chewing it up well, you're releasing all the essential oil that's inside the leaves or inside the plant parts. And that way you can ingest it more, so it's not trapped in the leaf matter. Now, actually, methyl salicylic acid isn't aspirin just yet when you eat it. It's actually processed and synthesized and extracted in your liver. So it has to go through some processes in your body. So that's why you want to make sure you chew it up well. Move it all around your mouth. There's a lot of membranes in your mouth that absorb things, absorb different chemicals. Wash it down with some berries. I really do love this plant. It makes absolutely fantastic tea. It smells amazing. Really helps you get centered again. And you know, if you have a headache, you're starting to feel, you know, a little down, you know, it's a great pickup. You know, I love eating a couple handfuls of this stuff, and I find it very often on the trail. I mean, it's really all around me. I keep looking at it while I'm talking here. Right now I'm in a very dense oak woodland, and I found it underneath pines. I found it underneath oak as well, so it really doesn't mind different soils and different plants, parent plants over it, which is nice because it's more variable. It could be in more places. Alright, it's been Mitch Native Survival. Appreciate your views, your comments, and your support. Thanks for joining me today for Medicinal Wintergreen. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.